Yeah, great. I can see that we're live on YouTube. Perfect. So, hi everyone, and welcome to Squire Talk. It's our fourth episode, and we're going to talk about generosity. And I just want to say thank you to Jedward for being the IT god, and also thank you to Niklas for helping us at the last minute. You both did super great. I am supremely happy to have left the IT stuff to you. Feels good. Great. So we have our amazing guest, Egil and Niklas, with us, and I think that you might want to start by introducing yourselves. So, Egil, why won't you start?
Okay, hello. My name is Egil Drakhuvud, and I'm from Frostheim, northern part of Sweden. Been in the SCA since 2001 or something like that, and I'm a Squire to Sir Brendan the Tired.
Thank you. And Niklas?
Yeah, Niklas Chalkeus from Animetsä, and I have been heavy fighting from 2006, and that's all started SCA.
Great, thank you. So, yeah, and our host, or me and Jedward, we are the hosts. And if you want to know us more, you can see the earlier episodes, so we won't repeat ourselves too much. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about generosity. If any of you who listens have a question at any moment, you can either put it in the chat, or either on here or on YouTube, where we will hopefully answer it at some point during the talk. But I've prepared a few questions, and I'm just gonna throw them out, and we can all answer in turn. And I will just say someone who will start to answer, just so that we keep this conversation going. But the first question is, can you, with one word, describe something that you associate with chivalry? And me and Jedward won't answer this because we've answered it a few times already. But yeah, Niklas, can you start?
Well, I can. I think I have been thinking this like whole day, because like this is really, really hard to like put it into one word, and I think it's like how I would say, like I'm trying to find a word because I already lost the word what I find today for this, but it was like something like that. You are like getting everyone involved. That's, I think it's what chivalry is, that you don't leave anyone outside. It's like getting everyone involved and helping them.
Thank you. That was a really good answer, and I completely agree. Egil?
I would say prowess as a fighter and tutor as a peer. I broke the rule by saying 2 words. That's on me. No, but tutor is, I think that's the most important, because if we don't teach each other stuff, then we'll not be a group. We'll be individuals.
Cool. Yeah. Even if you broke the rules, I still like your answer. So we're gonna move on with our main topic, which is then generosity, as I've said like 10 times already. But the first question is, how do you define generosity? So Egil, can you start?
Well, I think it's the basic thing is giving of your time, and it's for like me one of the core peer-like qualities. One thing that if we have people who give of their time to others, then we will have the group will grow. And I have like anecdote from when I learned this, or I mean, I probably known it before it, but it was actually Henrik Thurfjell during one of our LARPs, really, really early LARPs. He said to me, I was like, "Oh shit, how should I do this?" And he was like, "Just think of this like you are on a big scene, and everybody is playing this theater, and you should just do your best to make everybody feel like they are in this scene, and then everybody else will do the same, and then everything will be magical." And I think of that sometimes, and that is like core. If we just try to be something that others can, wow, this is so cool, I want to be like that. If everybody does that, then we will have like the magic will come. And I think that's really, really important too.
Yeah. So making everybody feel like they have a place
Yes.
a little bit in their scene.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. In the theater, everybody plays their part. You don't have to be like whoa, I am here, I'm the best, I'm the biggest. You don't have to have that role. You can just play the role of a water bearer who just do it and come and give you water and do stuff, and that will also build the whole magic, the whole community, the whole like scene that we are living in.
Yeah. What a great analogy for generosity. Niklas.
I think it's pretty much the same what I was thinking about generosity. Like it's that you help others, like you teach like other fighters, and you are not like expecting that you will get something for it. Like you're not expecting that people will pay you or like do something favors for you because you are teaching. You are just teaching because you want to help people, and I think that's like what I would think it's generosity.
Yeah. And Jeddah? Yeah. I really want to echo that as well. To give your time, or to give what you're able to give in the specific context. But also to, I think that you've all touched upon it a lot with just, giving things and not expecting things back. But also being and I agree with all that. Just adding compliments and kindness and what's it called? Encouragement. Being generous with encouragement is just my little addition to that. Yeah. So our next question is, how do you relate to generosity? And Niklas, do you want to start?
Like if I think like how I like show the generosity for other people's, because like I have been doing a lot of like fighter practice where I teach, because we don't have many like white belts at Animetsä or active like white belts. So in some practices we don't have white belts, so it's mostly me who is like then running the practice. So I try to help other fighters to get better, and I think that's like how I relate him like as a Squire generosity. So I try to help other people, and not only for like teaching, but also like loaning my gear, so the new guys can like girls can try to like test the fighting like or something else. Like not always like just teaching, but also like giving something to loan.
Yeah. So teaching and giving loaner gear or helping out, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just saw that my microphone was apparently muted on YouTube. So now I'm just checking in that it should now be working.
Oh, okay. That's good. So to everybody who's listening on YouTube, he said some really smart stuff, like groundbreaking shit that we'll never.
You can never hear it
for
again.
the world. Yeah, but how do you relate to generosity?
Ooh. That's a tough one. I would say for me, if someone is generous, that's when they give more than they take. And they don't expect someone to do something for you. And that's something I've learned over the years to try to implement myself also. Just never expect anything. Because when you get something in return, a generous gift, something, that's more valuable than a lot. So for me, it's a little. It's hard, I would say. It's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah. I feel like I struggle a bit with generosity because I feel that there are a lot of people in that are close to me that are so generous with their time, with helping with equipment, with learning, with teaching, especially in fighting where people are so good at being helpful and kind. And I struggle with it because I want to give that back, but because it can create a sort of not enough feeling sometimes that I'm not able to give back as much as people have given me. And I truly at some point want to feel like I can do that. I can't give good sewing tips or I can give sex advice, but you don't really, when you're a fighter and you're someone like, oh, maybe you should get your elbow in. Oh, do you know what? Butt plugs are great for, it isn't always great at the moment. So for me, generosity is kind of a goal to become someone that can give back what I have been given. So it's also, it's a goal and a gift to have people being generous with you and to have something to work with and to work for. Yeah. And Egil, how do you relate to it?
I just want to quest you with the quest of telling someone on the battlefield, you need a butt plug. I just want to...
I guess that will be, though.
Yeah, I want to hook on something that Jedward said, and it's if you are giving, it's not giving. If you demand a price, then it's selling. So yeah, and that's easy to think, but a lot of people they have a conflict with this. They really think that they always are going to get something for doing something. But if I do something for Jedward, for an example, maybe I get it back from Aerin or something, because we are a group that helps each other. Okay, back to the question. I think that you should, as I said before, giving is giving what you can, absorbing what you can from your friends when they are talking to you and trying to teach you something. Absorb it, because you will need it to teach others. And even if you don't agree with everything, you will get a bigger knowledge of what people in the group think. And you can also do stuff. Being like chivalrous and stuff like that, it's not just in the SA. It's it spans outside the group. So if you can help someone, you have someone that says, "Oh, I can't go to this event this year because I have to fix this in my yard." Maybe the group should go there and just help the guy out or girl out to fix that in his yard so he can follow. And that would be like a great experience for everybody. You would have a fun time hanging out, and this person would be really, really happy for the help he or she got. And as like me, I'm a web developer, and when I don't do the SEA, really early on, I built the site Vita Porten to try to for myself to get people to teach me, but I understood that there were more people around the world who were in my situation. There were no knights. There were no really great fighters. There were great fighters, but no like really great ones in the close vicinity. So you had to get other information from other people. So doing stuff like that is also generosity, giving of your time even outside the group.
Yeah. And Vita Porten is also a great place if you want to look at our older fighters, how they looked about 10 to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Great.
But the thing is, a lot of things that are there that are 10 years old, they're still valid. Some things are like, okay, we do it a little bit different, but you can do it like that. And it's okay. And it's a great start.
Yeah. It's wonderful that something that you filmed like a really long time ago is still being used. I remember when I started fighting, they pointed me to that place. But I also wanted to kind of talk about something that you both said, that with the how generosity is kind of a gift that you give away again. So when someone has been generous with you, it's a good thing to kind of keep the ball rolling, and you try to give to others. Am I getting you right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So our next question is, how do you promote generosity with your younglings? And for those who haven't been here before, younglings is the term that we use for Squire, Scholar.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Squire, Scholar.
Apprentice?
It's apprentice, thank you. Thank you. And then the last one, student. No. Yeah.
We are still squires.
We're still Squire. This is the reason. But this is also the reason why we call ourselves younglings, because we've been hit in the head too many times to remember.
No.
But yeah. So so how do you promote generosity with your younglings, if you have one, or if you are one yourself? How does it come up in your peer relationship? And Egil, you are a pelican, but do you have a youngling with you?
No, I don't. I wanted to wait some years and see that I fall into, and see if what fits me. I think that pelicans is it's like that for everybody, but it's a lot of friendship there. You have to have someone that you actually want to learn from and teach, and someone who wants to be taught by you. But when it comes to, as I'm a squire, and I have taught a lot of fighters, so I don't have younglings in that perspective, but I have a lot of students, and had a lot of students during 20 years of fighting. So I think this is one of the most important things that you do as a tutor, that you actually give your time over and over again, and don't get sad for people. I mean, like in heavy fighting, there are a lot of people just coming there to try to fight. They don't aspire to be a fighter. They just want to try it. So you as a tutor have to get that armor and get it ready and fix it afterwards and everything, and you don't get shit back from that, because they will be, that was so cool, and they will go on with their lives, and you will take another one the next week and another one the week after that. So, and that can feel hard sometimes. But I think I hope that the ones I've trained have felt that I've given something at least.
I can actually relate on that, because I'm also a trainer nowadays, and the people that just come there for like 4 or 5 terms or times, and you give everything and then they just disappear. It's hard, but then you have the wow feeling when you have someone who stays and you can see how much they are growing for each time you train them.
Yeah.
So for me, it's that feeling that I struggle, or I strive to actually get every time nowadays. So it's just give it 100% to each one, because you never know who's gonna be the one who's gonna beat you next time.
Yeah. Nicholas, do you relate to what they're saying?
Yeah, totally. I have been living in different cities, and I have been like many years. I have been like running the practices. Like when I went to the Jyväskylä city, and I ran practice there a few years, and there's no one from those practice anymore in heavy fighting. It's also always like I did so much, and there's no one who's left after that. But there's also those who are still fighting, who have been like in 10 years or more in SCA, and they are still fighting, and it's nice to see that. Also that people are continuing, and I have been helping them to start and get better at the fighting.
Yeah, I think that you're all touching on something important here, and also very valid, that that generosity sometimes can also be a breeding ground for frustration, because you can give a lot, and when you give a lot and nothing comes out of it, or something, or someone react negatively or something like that, it can be hard. But then you find the reasons and the sort of golden times that keeps you going and keeps you generous with your time and your energy. But I really want to point out, I think that it's very valid to feel like, okay, I gave you my heart and now it went nowhere.
But it actually did went somewhere. If you taught them something, if they just took the little finger and they went away in life and remember this really cool dude or girl who helped you to fight, even if you were only there 5 times, and they actually have that mentality in their head, and they have that as a good memory, well, maybe you have helped someone with actually feeling good about themselves or stuff like that. I mean, so I try to see it like that. When people leave, they probably had a good time, and that's the only thing we can give people.
Yeah.
Wise words. So I want to come back to the question a little bit, and ask, because we are all squires. How, if at all, has generosity shown up in your relationship with your knights? Is it something you talk about? Is it something that, come up at all? Nicholas?
Well, of course, when my knight, Sir Oliver, he's like investing a lot of time for me. Like that's like a real generosity, because like we are very competitive, both of us. And we are like thinking like how we can like make practice like plans for next year and what our goals are, and like stuff like that. And so always helping me, of course, a lot of with those. that I can make my goals good, and he can point out like what I need to achieve more and more, that I can get better. So I think that's one, and also that my knight is very like generosity for like everyone in Animets. Like we will have like this weekend we will have a Animets as a melee training boot camp, and we will use his field for that, and like his house and stuff like that. So he's very generous for that, and like he has like a lot of space, so everyone who's living nearby can go there and like make their armor. If they are like new fighters, they can make armor there, or like a new shield and stuff like that. So he's giving like his space and home for fighters to use it, and I think that's very generous. And like every time when I'm fighting there, like you can get like coffee after fighting if you want, and stuff like that. Like it's very like generous. And I of course try to take like an example from him, be little like something like what he is.
Yeah. Do you like talk specifically about generosity, or is it something that you inspire by him?
I think it's more like I'm inspired by how he is doing that generosity. We don't like. I don't think we talk about generosity so much. We more like show it to others. It's more like. I think we are like the same mental things. Like we talk like how we can get more people, how we can help people. We don't maybe use the word generosity, but like we are like talking the ideas, like how we can like make more fighters Animets and help new fighters or stuff like that. So it's more like we are just talking those points.
Yeah, thank you. Sedvard.
I don't think that we've talked so much about it per se. It's been more, well, of course we do it like this, or we give this, or we do this, and we never expect something back. That's like the whole mantra that we've had, or that I've had. And what I know with Gilliam is that if you need help, just ask. And he will try to help you in any way possible. If it's guiding you to the right person, if he can do it himself, if he has some kind of knowledge. Like, in case of, he will try. And that's the same with me. If I can give you my time, if I can give you any help, I will try to, as much as I'm capable of. I can never do wonders. I can't heal the dying and all of that. But if it's possible, I will try. And we haven't talked so much about it, but we both like touched on the subject and basically came to the same conclusion.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's. I think it's a little bit the same with Eideker. I think he's a very generous knight. Like this Sunday, I asked him 2 days in advance. Hi, can I show up this weekend? And can you help me fix something with my pel work because my wrist is hurting? And he was like, yeah, we have guests, but yeah, sure, we'll find time. So I got to come there while he had guests, and he helped me. So I feel like he's a very generous knight, but also, as you said, that if there's something he can't help me with, he'll try to find the right person to help. And I try to bring that with me and be generous with other people and help out where I can. But as I said in the beginning, I struggle a little bit with feeling like I'm not good enough to be generous. I don't know enough to be generous with what I have. But for example, when he's been raining, he found ways for me to be generous with my time and with my energy, and found ways for me to be generous in ways where I feel like I can give stuff, I can do stuff. So that has been very good for my for my self-consciousness and for my self-assuredness in knowing that I actually am enough in some instances. So it's been, it's really helpful in that way. But we haven't really talked about generosity as a concept or generosity specifically. I think it's more in the way that we act with each other. Yeah. So Egil.
I would say exactly the same thing as you said, the last thing. I don't think that me and Brandon has ever talked about that in that terms, but he has shown it to me several times. I mean, I remember one of the first time he was at Hangman and at this event, and there was a guy there who were he had like special needs, a special needs guy. And I mean, he was a little bit outside the group and people were not talking to him. But Brendan just sat down and just talked to him and answered all his questions and just sat there, took more or less one of the evenings just helping this guy out. And I know because this guy came to me and said, "Oh, he's so great. You had such a great night." And we talked about that afterwards and never using the word generosity, but talking about if you want to be a knight, you need to be able to listen to people and train people and to give of your time to, and it's not just knight, it's all the peerage, of course. So no, we have never talked about it in words, but often in what we are doing. He has helped me with a lot of videos for Vitaporten and things that I wanted to learn to be able to teach to my students. I could come there and say, I don't know how to teach this to people. How can you help me? And he would help me and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the part where you said like that if you don't know how to be generous, you can lean on your knight to find a way to be generous.
Yeah.
That is, that was a very, I'll bring that with me. I think I already do, but to have this as a way of thinking was nice.
Yeah, but it's like Niklas say, if you have a great night and just feeling, but I want to be like him. That is a cool guy. I want to be like him. I mean, that's the basic thing. If you shouldn't have a night that you didn't want to be like, or you don't have to be that person, but learn from them. So yeah. You don't have to take everything from everybody either.
No, exactly. I also want to say that in my night, he's truly generous, but in my household, there's also Jacqueline, who is also a crazy generous person who is very inspiring to me. So it's great to have inspiring people around us. I mean, there's a lot of people. The list would be long, right? If we started listing generous people.
Very long.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And that kind of leads me into a little bit to the next question, which is, so Saki, you're a pelican, so you actually have a say. But the rest of us, we can pretend that we have a say in it. So when evaluating a candidate for the order, or for an order, I guess, it could be it doesn't have to be to become a knight. But how much of a role does generosity play, and what is it that you look for in potential candidates? So since you are a pelican, Saki, you may start.
Yes, thank you. No, but I'll just come back to the same thing again. Giving of yourself. That is one of the biggest peer-like qualities for me. If you want to teach people, if you want to listen and learn and teach people, then that is one of the core things. I mean, you can have knights are actually a good example because they can be super badass in kicking butt. Yes. But they can be like a bad person at the same time. Because you will do the things that the knight has to do. You will win all the tournaments. You will do all the things. But you don't teach anyone. You don't tell anyone what you are doing. You don't help people when people are hurt after fight their practice, or like mentally hurt, that they feel I'm so bad and blah blah blah. And the great knights, they will see that and they will go there and they will teach and they will just be there and listen to the person. So I think that is one of the most important peer-like qualities, and it has nothing to do with knights. It has everything to do with being a peer, being someone that people can look up to. And I never felt like a peer, so it feels really strange to be one.
Oh, thank you.
I actually can I say one more thing about that? And I try to be humble, but we had a fighter event where John Fitzjohn were there, and he had like this round table talk about, why are you here? Why do you do the things you do? And what are you going to do in the future, more or less? And we were sitting a group of people, and like half of the persons around that table just said, I'm here because Saki made a really great event and I was there. And that, okay, I was really humbled by that. And he asked me afterwards, I was driving him to the airport, and he said, why aren't you a pelican? And I said, no, I'm not a pelican. I don't want to be a pelican. I want to be a knight. I want to fight and kick butt. And he was like, well, you're stupid. You should be a pelican. So, yeah. But that round table thing made me happy, because I saw a lot of people that I didn't know were actually in the group because I have given them a good time. And then my work is done. So that's that.
What a wonderful experience, and what a good round table talk.
That was really cool. I like that, and I'm thinking of taking that with me if I go to a place where I don't know anyone, because he was there and he didn't know anyone around the table, so he had no strings from people to people, so he didn't know why people were there. But that was nice.
Yeah, it's great. John Fitzjohn is also a very inspiring person.
Yes, I love him.
So, Niklas, if you had any say, what do you look for, and how much of a role do you think generosity plays?
I'm not sure. Do I have anything to add after that? But I think like the generosity is like one core part of our dream in like SCA, that we teach and we give something from us to others. So I think that's like it's very important quality for peers, because it's like I think it's like one of the best things in SCA, and that's why I think it's also should be like one of those things what peers have to have, like Six Knight or Pelican or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And Jedward?
I would say it would be one of the higher ones, because without generosity, the society would break. Because if everyone were keeping the secrets of how they made that stitching, how they made that wrap around the shield, how they set up the Excel document for perfect synchronization, I mean, if we don't have it, our dream fails. Because if you can't give something that you are good at, why be at events? Why have fun with anyone? So for me, I would say a higher one, just because I am the same. So one of the perfect examples I have right now is that I were at a strongman competition last week, and the core thing in that competition is that you cheer on the others. They are not the enemy, they are your friends, and we cheer on your friends. So even when they're standing there and struggling, you try to help them and say, if you try to do this, if you lean forward, if you use this, you will actually make it. You can actually do the lift, for example. And when you get to that moment and we are competing, yes, but if I can make sure that you can do better, there will be a more interesting competition. And you will feel better about yourself. So it's not just the one person who can't do anything, can't do one repetition, and then you have the other one who maxes out in the competition. Then it's not fun. It's not fun for anyone. But if you have a struggle, a real fight about it, then it's more interesting. Then it's more fun. So I would say generosity is one of the higher ones when it comes to evaluating.
Yeah, I just want to comment on the thing you said with like the dream is built on generosity, and I just so completely agree with that. Without people being generous with their time, their knowledge, with even with their money, then we wouldn't have a society, because there are some people. I mean, we have a seneschal who is working and doing so many things for us, and is not getting so much from that other than what we give back. And there are a lot of people who do events, people who are teaching. Yeah, so I like that the dream is kind of built on generosity. For me, it also plays like a big role. If, as everybody has already said, if you have a person who's really good at something and is that you're thinking like this is peer level prowess in whatever field they're in, but they're not a good person. They're not, as you said, as you've been saying, teaching or giving time or energy, not money. That is, because it's all different for everyone, but time and energy and kindness and encouragement. If they can't be generous with any of those, it feels quite hard to think of them as a peer, because I think we're all in agreement that a peer is so much more than just prowess. So yeah. That's what I think.
It's a very good question to actually think about, because it's, as we said, it's for all the peerage. It's for everyone. Are they a good person? Are they a good human being overall? And generosity plays in on everything. Because we've all started somewhere, and there's always been someone else that you asked, hi, how do I make this? Hi, can you help me understand this? There's always been someone who has given time, skill, or energy to help you. So it's just paying it forward.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all here because someone has been generous.
A lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people. And thank you, Padraig, for saying that if you need help with Excel, we'll talk to you. Is it okay if I throw in a little side question to our guest?
Yes!
You have not prepared for this question. No, but especially maybe to you, Egil, about a pelican. Can you be a pelican if you're not generous? Because I feel like a pelican is built on generosity with sharing what you know, giving of your time. It's I hope that I'm not saying many stupid things, but it's a lot about giving.
Yes, but I want to say like this: you have to teach people sometimes, but you don't have to do it all the time. If you are burnt out, or if you feel that everything is too much for you, you don't have to be the great teacher every time. You can just be one of the guys, but maybe just at that time you are not that leader. But that is also okay. And being a pelican, a lot of that is doing service. I mean, you can't do service without helping out. I mean, kind of impossible. So I think that there are pelicans that don't give that much right now, and that is okay. There are knights who don't give that much right now because of different things. But I think that one time or another, they have probably been one of those who came to the event first, did go last, did talk about how to do it better until the next time, over and over again. I think that everybody more or less has gone that way.
Thank you. Do anyone want to comment on that? Otherwise, we'll take the next question.
Nope,
All right.
I'm done.
You're done
question.
for tonight. Yeah. So, and tying on to that a little bit, because we try to, in our society, to promote most peer-like qualities in some ways. But is generosity something, it's two questions, but is generosity something that we can promote? Because we said a lot tonight that generosity is about giving. Is that something that we can promote in people, and should we promote it in people to give more? Do I make sense in this question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Niklas, what do you think?
I think, like, I would say we can lead by example. I think, like, we can promote, like, generosity, that we will give our generosity. Like, we will like to do stuff like helping each other, and I think, like, with example we can, like, promote it. Yeah, I think that that's maybe the basic idea what I had for that. So, like, yeah, with example we can promote it.
Yeah. What do you think, Edward?
We can promote, we can talk about it, but you can never force someone, because we all can give in different ways, and one way might not be the perfect way for everyone. As we've said earlier, if you have the skill, if you have the knowledge, if you have something else, if you have money, there are different ways you can be generous for different kinds of people. Because it doesn't have to be about money, but it can be. It doesn't have to be about skill, but it can be. And yes, we can always try to promote it. But as Niklas said, it's by leading with example.
Yeah, I agree that I think that we, as what you both said, that leading by example is probably the most effective one, because asking someone to give more can be rough, because we don't know what they're able to give, and maybe that person has a hard time setting limits. But I do, as I mentioned earlier with my night, I do appreciate to be asked to do something where I can be generous, because sometimes people like me, I'm a bit insecure, and it's easier when someone shows, okay, but I know that you think you can't do anything, but if you try this or if you do that, you'll see that you actually can. So I think that is a way to carefully promote generosity, but it's quite a balance, and maybe it's good to know the person that you want to do this with before you try to push them a little bit. What do you think, Egil?
Yeah, I totally agree. Don't force it on people. And I know that I have done that. you talked about that the last episode on being the bad things you have done, and that is one thing that I have done. I've been so happy, and I really, well, we're going to do it. Come, we do this, and some people, it's like, oh, this is too much, but I couldn't see it, and that is something that I have to take with me and understand that people are different, and I mean, I have one way to be. I am just me. And you have to let people know that it's okay to be themselves. You can be whoever you want, and you can have. I mean, I say that you have to teach people to be a peer, but I don't like to talk to people. Don't do that. Then send them an email. Do it like that, or talk to them when you feel comfortable without the SEA clothing. Or if you are the teaterapa. I don't know the English word. Go up on stage and tell everyone at the same time. Make them laugh. That is okay. You can do that too, but you don't have to do that all. You don't have to be a herald if you don't like that. But you should have the will to teach people, even if you can't. And that is like the serious try of a medieval garb. You don't have to be able to do it the first day. Mm-hmm. But if you are serious in wanting to give to people, even if you haven't found your way, then it's okay.
Mm. Yeah, I really like that. So the other question in this question is, how does burnout factor into generosity? And you talked a little bit about that, Egil, with pelicans who've been burnt out and they've been away and then come back. Is that but how? I completely forgot how I was formulating the question. But what do you have to say about burnout people? Since you're laughing, Edward, you can start.
God damn it. Burnout is a factor, and there are people in this society who is giving a lot and more, and they are those who burn out, who might disappear for a couple of years or period because they couldn't handle it because it were too much. People were asking for too much, because if you're known as the person who always helps, who can't really say no, that can be a factor that someone uses you for, and that's not generous anymore. So a burnout factor, of course, and there. Before that happens, if you notice on someone that, are you doing okay? You should really check in with that person to see, how are you doing? Are you doing too much right now? Because you can always say no. You can always say, I don't have the energy. Because we don't get paid for this. It's a fun thing to do. And it should remain a fun thing to do. Now, 5 weeks, 10 years, forever. So, yes, there is a burnout factor. Don't use people. Ask for help. And don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, good. Good finishing words there. Niklas?
Well, I have like one experience about burning out in hobby. It was in a warfare fighting, the battered weapons. Mm-hmm. It's very huge in Finland. And I was the main organizer for the biggest event, Sotahuuto, war cry in English, and 2 times. And I burned out myself completely. And after the second time when I was main organizer, I stopped. And I didn't go to practice anymore, and I didn't do anything in the scene. And I was just like, I just dropped out from there. And I think like in SCA there's a little bit different thing. Like in buffer fighting, there was people just complaining like, yeah, this wasn't so good this year, or this wasn't so good like in the last year it was so much better, or stuff like that. And there was not much like people saying like, thank you that you made, like volunteered to make like this big event. Like there was 700 fighters the whole weekend, like big event. And people were not like saying thank you. They were more like complaining like what could be better. And when you do like something in SCA, people are like, thank you. Like it's like they are thanking you like private, but also you are thanked by like public, because like when there's like court in event, they are like thanking those who are doing this event, and they are like recognizing them at public, so people can see like, oh, these are those who are doing this event, and like you see like, oh yeah, like they are doing such a great job, and you get those thanks. It's like a completely different thing, and that's why I like in SCA that, of course, I'm not like waiting that everyone, when I run the practice, people are like, thank you so much. But it's more like that that people who are doing like big things, they get like recognized. They like get that like just saying like that thank you, like a very big deal actually. It's like you're doing volunteering like things, so it's like nice that people thanks you. And I think that's which prevents also burnout, not completely, but more like in like other.
Yeah, I completely agree with like showing that you're grateful for something that they've done and saying thank you. We should never underestimate the impact that can have on someone who's really been working or struggling, or is super tired in the kitchen after a complete dinner. And Egil, you already talked a little bit, but I want
about the burnout. Burnout is not an SCA thing. That is a life thing. If you burn out in SCA, you probably will have problems in your real life also. So my suggestion is don't do it. So the easy way. Just bottle it up and be a man. What they say. No. This is really serious, and you should listen to your friends and see when they start not. You see that the fire is out. They just do it because they have to do it, because someone in the group has to do it, and no one wants to take the torch and continue running. But they do it because they want to keep the group or keep the trainings, but you can see the spark is not there. Take that guy or girl to the side and do something fun instead. Let them know, and let them know that the things they have done already are great. They are enough for that. Only that they are enough. And for us who have been in this group for a while, when some of these great persons that you look up to, when they came to you the first time and said, hey, that was really cool, I really liked you doing that, and how much that gave you. Think about that when you see new guys who actually they go and they bring water to a fighting, and they did it the wrong way, but they did it. Go to them and tell them this is so great. You are a part of a really, really big thing, and without you, there's nothing. Because that is true. But it's really easy to forget, because I told so many water bearers that I like what they're doing. But all the new guys needs to know it. Mm-hmm. All the new guys. And sometimes the old guys also. Guys and girls, sorry.
Yeah. I completely agree. And I like the thing you said with, if you see someone who's done something and they're the only one doing it, and so I guess that sometimes you come to a point where you realize maybe, or the people around you might have realized that this thing that you're holding so hard onto might not be worth doing anymore because you're burning out. But to bring them back and tell you that we love you and we care for you, and you're still awesome, even if you're not doing this thing to kind of help people see their value in themselves and not in what they can give. Might be a key to it. I want to add that also, again, leading by example with setting boundaries. And I've met a few people in the SCA who I feel really inspired by, that might say, no, I can't help you do that. I need to sleep. Or, you know what, I am so overwhelmed right now that if I see another face, I will scream. So I'm going to take 2 hours in my tent and be left the fuck alone. Afterwards, I will help you with whatever it is, or refer them to someone else and say that, okay, I can't do this right now, but this person will probably be able to find you help. So to either delegate or to set boundaries or to find ways to do things in a way that doesn't cost you of your basic needs, which is sleep, food. I know many event managers, including myself when I was managing LARPs, that when you're doing it, you're like, oh, it's great, it's awesome, and then afterwards you're so tired you could sleep for a week, and you realize you have slept maybe 3 hours for the whole event, and you've eaten a carrot, and you just want to lay down in your bathtub and cry for a while, and you don't know really why. So strange. It was so fun. And to try to move away from that a bit with setting boundaries and eating and sleeping and having alone time is something I think is important. And also inspiring for other people who want to be of service as well.
Mm.
All right. So that actually was my last question. Is there anything that anyone feels like they want to say or to add to what we talked about tonight?
No, I don't have anything else.
No.
But here, we can actually add one thing that I thought of right now. We can actually plug, if you know what the next event you're going to. If someone out there in the ether of the universe, aka internet, if they would like to meet you, where can they find you next?
Yeah. Totally exposing yourself to the internet, if you want.
If you know, for example.
Yeah.
It's bad for all the snipers, or good for the snipers, bad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can start, Jedward. I have to think about it.
I do believe my event will be Lucia here in Styringheim on Gotland. I am most certain of it, unless there's a weekend event somewhere close that I have the time and energy for.
I really have to say that I really hate Lucia, because it's like the greatest event I've been to, and I've only been once. And it was so great, and it's so long to go there, and so expensive, and so few days. So I really hate the event. Really bad event. Never go.
I totally
nice.
get it.
Yeah.
Niklas?
Yeah, I think the next one is Arnimetsa's Baronial Invested in next week.
Ooh.
But I think after that there might be a little pause because there's not so much events. But this January there's that the next crown will be given. So it was near Stockholm, I think. So I'm planning to get there for like a day trip. So I will be there only Saturday if there's fighting. So just coming to fight there and go back to the ferry to the Finland after that. So that's my plan, and I'm trying to get also other Finnish animates and fighters with me. Come to fight there because it's easy because you can go to ferry at Friday night. You are at the Saturday morning there. Then you have to just leave at Saturday night. So it's easy for people who are working like Monday to Friday. So I think we are trying to from Animetse.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, Leah adds that 12th night coronation outside of Stockholm in Rockelsta. And Pedreg adds that, I guess that where Pedreg will next be is Water Lake in Attemark. Yeah. That's cool.
And where can we find you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Me. So I was looking to go to Glöta in Sundsvall. I completely lost my words in Gyllengran. Or maybe, I don't know about that, but the food event that is in November, I think I will go to. And Lucia, hopefully, is what I'm planning for.
Nice.
Yeah. And Egil. No Lucia, I guess?
No. As you know, I
Join
hate
me.
No, I have to take in like a back seat a little bit from the SCA this year. I had a lot of things happening in my life, but I hope that we will have some local events at least that I can attend to. So we'll see, and maybe there will be something else. We have to wait and see for that.
Yeah, that's very wise. And and Leah says Glöta, so I'll see you there too. Yeah, and to kind of finish this with on the same note, that if anyone who's listening have any questions or any subjects that they think that we should talk about or that they want to join in here, they can always talk to me and Edward about it, and we'll fix some stuff up so that you can join and we'll talk more about. All right, so that's it for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who's been listening. Thank you to Egil and Niklas. You've been great. And to you also, Edward, who fixed all of this.
Finally.
Finally, yeah. As I said, I'm so happy that it's you. Thank you and good night.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.